PMP.
Circle.
PMBOK.
Coaster. Coin. Cake.
ITTO.
Madison Square Garden. Ball. Basketball. Volleyball.
PMBOK.
Tetherball.
Time.
Oh man, come on. Girls.
Neptune.
Yeah, kind of obvious. Squiggly lines, dark spot, arrows.
Hello, my most awesome project managers. I hope you're doing great. I have a question for you today on question time. Now, you do realize that I push out questions as I see fit. If I come up with an idea and I want to share that with you, I will have a question time. So I know I've got a question time scheduled for later on, but I have this question to ask you right now. So you know that the PMP exam is full of you are a project manager, blah, 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 or you are X, Y, and Z, whoever you are. You could be the project manager, you could be the project sponsor, you could be a project team member, you could be anyone. But they set up a scenario and they put you straight into the middle of it and they ask you, what should you do next? You're usually the project manager. What would you do next as the project manager is typically the question. If you have not woken up to smell the coffee, that this is what they're going to be asking you on the exam, I want you to do that right now. So if you've got a coffee jar, just take a sniff. Wake up.
And go.
A TV. A box fan. A microwave. Yes! Yes, perfect!
All right, man, let's go. We got this. Hopefully you can draw better than you can guess. Some sort of kitchen utensil, cactus, some sort of a pole. I'm totally not getting this. Girls, you may want to jump in because I'm not getting this.
Cactus? No, he said
you said
cactus. Is it the Mars rover? Oh, a map of North Dakota. No, South Dakota. Oh, Burger King.
Is it a person?
Wait, is that our mailman?
Why would the Pictionary card tell me to draw our mailman?
You will be getting a lot of situational questions, a ton of situational questions. The noise levels about how situational the questions are is very definite. I've heard so many things across the board. All you need to do is go to LinkedIn or take a look on the Facebook forums or the Reddit forums, and all you hear is, it was situational, help. Yes, it's situational. I want to give you a few quick tips for answering situational questions. But first of all, let me remind you that if you are getting ready for the PMP exam and you are in a crummy course, what do I mean by a crummy course? A course that is not offering you value, a course where there is no exchange, where there is no support, where there is no help. Lots of courses are like that. They just cattle you in and that's it. All they're trying to do is get your money. If you are on a course like that, you need to get off right quick and you need to go to the Praizion.com site, okay? Now, let's take a look at the question for today. The question for today reads, you are a project manager on a new medium-sized project and you have just completed the revised benefits management plan on behalf of the program manager. The plan is being reviewed. What should the project manager do next? And here are your options. Create a stakeholder register, create a project management plan, create a project charter, or review project performance reports. What do you think? Put yourself straight into the middle of this scenario. Think about it for a while. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to think of, well, 1 minute, 12 seconds. And then I'll be back to tell you the answer. So take a shot. "12 more seconds, my friends. 3, 2, 1. All right, that's it. What did you come up with? What was your verdict? Did you choose the first option, the second, the third, or the fourth? We're going to read a few pages here just to put you in the right mindset for the answer. We are going to page 29 of the PMP guide, and it says in the second paragraph, project managers should appropriately tailor the noted project management documents for their projects. In some organizations, the business case and the benefits management plan are maintained at the program level. So I know some of you saw program manager and you're like, what? Yes, your benefits management plan can be maintained, note the word maintained, at the program level. Did it occur to you that the benefits management plan should not be left static? Some folks may think it's strange to see the mention of a benefits management plan being revised, but all that is alluding to is what you have on page 29. You see that? So it says, maintained at the program level. Project managers should work with who? The appropriate program managers to ensure the project management documents are aligned with the program documents. Figure 1-8 illustrates the interrelationship of these critical project management business documents and the needs assessment. Figure 1-8 shows an approximation of the life cycle of these various documents against a project life cycle. And you see these on page 30. You see how these come in. I've talked to you about these in previous sessions, haven't I? But you can see that the needs assessment, the business case, the benefits management plan, we call that pre-project work. However, these documents are not static. Let's go to page 33. One more time, let's read a little bit more about this benefits management plan. It says, the project benefits management plan is the document that describes how and when the benefits of the project will be delivered and describes the mechanisms that should be in place to measure those benefits. A project benefit is defined as an outcome of actions, behaviors, products, services, or results that provide value to the sponsoring organization as well as to the project's intended beneficiaries. Development of the benefits management plan begins early in the project life cycle with the definition of the target benefits to be realized. And then it says the benefits management plan describes key elements of the benefits. And then it goes into all these benefits, target benefits, strategic alignment, time frame for realizing benefits. Did it occur to you that all of these are variables that could very well change? So your benefits management plan is not a one-stop static shop. It does morph, it does change, it does evolve. As technology changes, so could your benefits management plan change. As variables in the company change, so could your benefits management plan change. So don't think it's strange if you're given questions that ask you, what would you do if you need to revise it? Now, contrary to what a lot of people think, this happens only at the beginning, never to be looked at again. Well, I guess this question makes you think a little bit more. Let's read. It says, developing the benefits management plan makes use of the data and information documented in the business case and the needs assessment. We talked about that yesterday. It says, for example, the cost-benefit analyses recorded in the documents illustrate the estimate of costs compared to the value of the benefits realized by the project. Benefits management plan and the project management plan include a description of how the business value resulting from the project becomes part of the project's or part of the organization's ongoing operations. Lots of stuff to read here. But then it says, watch this, the metrics provide verification of the business value and the validation of the project success. So what does this tell you? It's not a one-stop shop and that's the end of the story, never to be revisited again. Just take a look at it in the beginning, never look at it, never update it, never revise it. No. From all these things I've read, I'm reading all of these so that you can see these things are used, these metrics for measuring benefits, you are going to use them for a long time to come, okay? And you know, what really excites me about the benefits management plan is it shines a spotlight on the project to ask the question, is this a white elephant, or is this really something that people will use? Is this something of substance that will add value to the firm? It keeps people in check. You know, like a few years ago, actually a decade ago, I remember I was teaching a group of folks out of a company, a well-known tech company in South Carolina. I asked the students the question, what are reasons for authorizing a project? And the student, really excited, put his hand up, you know, signaling to answer the question. I finally called on him and he said, availability of cash, availability of cash. You need to get rid of the budget you've been given for the year. That's a reason for authorizing a project. I shook my head. I said, that is not one of PMI's reasons. Availability of cash? Now, while I could understand where he was coming from, he didn't understand where I was coming from. In fact, he almost took offense. We have budget, we need to spend it. I realized that this student was actually a student working in a different part of the company, in a different country. So coming in from this particular country, it is the culture to get rid of money as it comes in. Don't ever give money back to the organization. So anyway, at the end of the day, that project that he was talking about, those projects, I wondered, what benefits would you really get from just working a project for working's sake, so you don't have to give money back to management? So that's what excites me about the benefits management plan. It puts the spotlight on the project and says, are we delivering value? How is the organization going to reap the value? You see, so it would make sense, right, to revisit the discussion about the benefits management plan. But anyway, going back to our question, you now understand why certain options are not the best option here, okay? There is one option that you can definitely eliminate right now. Right now, you would eliminate this one, the very last one, because while you know that the benefits management plan can be revised, you do not know for a fact that you are in monitoring and controlling at this point. You see what I'm saying? You do not know for a fact that you have actually gotten to the point where you're doing this. In other words, where you are in the monitoring and controlling process group, reviewing work performance reports. So we can actually eliminate that one right off the bat, okay? Still on page 33, it says, watch this. Development and maintenance of the project benefits management plan is an iterative activity. So what do we mean by iterative? We mean in cycles, we go around doing it again and again and again. As the project evolves and as enterprise environmental factors change, we need to update this thing, all right? So one more thing we can conclude, you are a project manager. Well, that eliminates create a project charter, because this should have been done to put you at the helm of the project. It cannot be that. Now, while we are well-meaning and well-intentioned, thinking the project is moving along, nothing has been disclosed to you to make you choose create a project management plan. You don't know that you've gotten to that point. What you do know, and I'm just going to highlight this, I'm in high demand as usual. So what you do know for a fact is this. You do know that the project has been authorized and you are the project manager. So look at this. You are a project manager on a new medium-sized project. So you're a project manager already. Charter has been stamped, right? New. Okay, it's a new medium-sized project. So we can kind of deduce that not too much has transpired here, because it says a new medium-sized project. So we know that the charter has been developed. We know you're the project manager, but we don't know if you have really gone to planning. Now it says you have completed the revised benefits management plan, which further goes to underscore that the project charter has been developed. Because one, it said you're the project manager. Two, it's saying a revised benefits management plan. But we don't know at what point this revision is being made. You see what I'm saying? And I know it says on behalf of the program manager, so that could throw people off, but I've shown you in the PMBOK guide why that is. The plan has been reviewed. Okay, the benefits management plan has been reviewed. So we can go ahead and cancel yet again, based on what we've talked about, yet another option. Create a project management plan that is probably not a given. It wouldn't be a bad thing to do, but we do not know if we are at that point yet, because it says a new medium-sized project, and we cannot assume that everything in initiating has been done, but we can assume that the project charter has been developed. In that regard, the best option to choose right here is, you guessed right, create a stakeholder register, because you know that you're done with the charter, but beyond that, nothing else has been promised. You could be in planning, but you don't know that. You could have actually started work on the project, but nothing tells us that you've started executing. If it had said you're a project manager on a medium-sized project, and you are in executing and blah, 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 then you can assume other things. But right now, you've got to work with what you've got. And what you've got is what you see on the screen. So the answer to today's one is create a stakeholder register, okay? And that's how you have to address questions, my friends. I know sometimes you feel, well, you could. Yeah, you could, but you haven't been told. You get what I'm saying? So you have to tread really carefully with these kinds of questions, all right? And over the next few days, I will be jumping in to give you a few of these questions to think about, because I know some of you are ramping up for the big finish. You're ramping up for the big finish of 2019. You know, you want to get this thing done. You want to get certified, and I can totally understand, and I want to help. I want to help you. I also want to challenge you. Those of you who are struggling alone, trying to use the same old run solutions, please stop doing this to yourself. There is a solution that is very, very straightforward. It's the Praizion media solution. I talk about it all the time. I know some folks, the moment I start talking about it, they're going to hit that button and say, yeah, Phil, I've had enough. I've gotten what I need.
Attila the Hun?
Ryan Seacrest.
Cookie Monster?
Mario Lopez.
Oh, I see.
But seriously, if that is you and you are struggling in your PMP prep, go to Praizion.com and please sign up for the course for your own good. I'm not having any more live training in 2019. My plate is absolutely full. 2019, 2020 is going to be pretty full as well. So if I were you, I would jump on this. It comes with mentoring and coaching where you can ask questions. We get back to you with an email and answer any questions you may have. But I would strongly advise that you register for this, okay? If you feel your course has not given you volume and substance, you really need to be here, right here in this course, all right? So I hope this gives you some ideas of what to do, how to get yourself out of the crab barrel. You know, there's so many people trying to get certified. It's like being in a crab barrel. One poor crab trying to climb out, and because of the angle of cutoff technique, another one nips on its heels and drags it back into the barrel and climbs over it. You know, the angle of cutoff technique, it's vicious, because as we get towards July of 2020, you know what's going to happen. More people trying to get certified equals more people failing the exam and more people passing the exam. It's a volume thing, okay? So if that's you and you mean business in 2019, you are fed up of not seeing the three letters, the three magic letters behind your name. Quick trivia for you. How many letters are in the word or certification, PMP? It's a trick question. Just like the PMP question. How many letters are in the word PMP? That could keep you guessing. Is it A, 3? Is it B, 2? Anyway, jokes apart, I'll see you guys in the next session. Take care. Bye for now.
It's Darth Vader.
Sometimes your point can be missed no matter how clearly you think you're communicating.